What's cracking here, bud?
Reminder for nothing. Looking at this. Nia's trying to get her up into position. Oh my! Look what Tiffany's done. Oh my God! How adaptive there was Tiffany Stratton. Just when it looked like all hopes were lost. The body control, Wayne. The incredible body control. What? In the middle of the women's championship match, Naomi. Hey, I'm on vacation every single day, every single day. Hey, I just got Sam. I work. Vecina, ¿y usted qué está haciendo ese cerdo, eh? Ships on thither of the way, so skimmed in pirates. I don't care how much you cost it. What ships on thither of the way, so skimmed in pirates. I just flipped the switch.
What are you wearing? And what happens to them?
So they're black, but when you get them wet, there's dinosaurs underneath it.
Are you going to jump in and find out?
Yes, right now.
And the hat. No phone? She told me to friend the other day. All right, let's see. I do. Come here, let's see.
Oh my God, look at the boy. That's actually cool. Look at
Wow. Great. Cool. Yeah? Good. Yes. Wow. Let's go to the phones.
What up, brother James? What's cracking, bro?
What's going on, Dano? Dan, you are too young. Time.
Dancing in the desert, blowing up the sun.
You always set the bar. Why? I always set the bar. Why do they always set the bar? Light up that Romulan, bro. Man, that is tasty. and a long jacket. With your hand, feel the rhythm with your hands. Spoon Man. It was Saturday morning, like it's actually almost afternoon for a lot of people. Ain't nobody up in here. What the fuck's going on with that?
Hello, everybody.
Bad weather in a lot of places. Indiana had tornadoes last night. Really?
Well, you know what happens when that part of the country gets bad weather? We get really good weather here.
Yeah, all next week's in the hundreds.
Yeah, I know.
And then we go back down again.
Yeah.
Like fucking bipolar weather, man.
You know what's really weird is this is gonna be like a weird summer because we're usually in the hundreds already right now.
We've only had 100 couple times this year so far. Well, positive vibes to all those people on the East Coast or Midwest or whatever with all the funky ass weather.
Mother Nature at its finest. Fucking California and the fucking over there keeps on seeing more.
What up, Lisa?
What's up, Lisa?
Went from 86 to 58. Damn.
I guess my fucking nephew is gonna be a dad. He sent me a picture yesterday, and I understand didn't know what it was at first, but then I, zoomed up on it. It's a fucking ultrasound picture. I was like, gee, what is he trying to tell me? You're gonna be a great uncle. Oh man, that means the world is a grandfather before I am.
How you doing this morning, Lisa? How's the foot?
Oh, Emmitt Smith's back with the Cowboys now.
Really?
Yeah, he's working in the offices. He's like the communication between the players and the executive people in that.
Has nothing to do with football.
Yeah.
And got him back in the Dallas Cowboys doing nothing with football.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
It's like, we need good players on the line.
We need good communication, is what they're saying. You need to get people to start communicating with each other. Right on, Lisa. That's what's up. Well, let's keep those positive vibes going your way on that foot healing.
Yes.
Impatient tits over here.
Talk about impatient. You're the one that fucking woke him up yesterday, called him fucking twice.
Actually, I called him 3 times. He didn't answer the first 2. I wasn't impatient. I was already 45 minutes into my show when I called
You're
him.
persistent.
Yeah.
Not impatient. You're persistent.
Uh-huh. I'm never late.
even when you're late, you're on time.
What up, Darlene?
What's happening, Darlene?
Next week's going to be a long fucking week.
Why is that?
Kaylin graduates. I have 2 graduations that week.
Oh, shit.
I got hers and then I got Valentina's.
Isn't Kay's the next Saturday?
Thursday.
Or it's Thursday. Shit. Why the hell do they make graduations during the week?
I don't know. They've done it every year at this time. Sometimes the day's on a Saturday. Sometimes it's not.
Right.
It's on a Thursday this year. That's why our birthdays are never on the same motherfucking day. Like, one year it's on a Saturday, next year it's on fucking Tuesday. You're like, what the fuck? How you jump 7 days?
Well, think about the people that are born on a leap year.
Yeah, they only have a birthday every couple years.
Yeah. But realistically, they celebrate it on the 28th. Either the 28th or the 1st, one of the 2. But yeah.
I wouldn't be. I'd be like, dude, I'm not even 40 yet. Get out of here. I think if I had a child that was born on leap year, when they were old enough, I'd ask them, do you want to celebrate your birthday every year or have one huge celebration every couple of years?
I'm like,
Have a double birthday.
how big of a celebration are we talking here?
Because you think about it, dude, it's leap years, what, every 2 years?
Every 4.
Every 4 years. So every 4 years, you're going to get 4 birthdays in one.
Yeah. One way to remember it is that it coincides with the presidential election year.
So you think about it, and you go, so you want your birthday every year? And you get presents every year? Or you do it every 4 years, and you get 4 birthdays into one?
Right.
So instead of you getting all these little pissant toys all through your life, you get these badass toys every 4 years.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, damn, I need a car quicker. Let's do it every 4 years. I'm good with that.
Oh yeah. Hey, wait, why don't we get a car quicker? But wouldn't that mean you'd also move out of the house later?
Yep. That would be the sacrifice that my parents would have had to endure.
God. As if they didn't make enough on your ass as it was.
Even though my mom kicked me out at 17.
Well, I think you brought that on yourself.
It's a crowd I met. I started hanging out with. I lived in that house down the street from my parents' house for like a year. Slept with every girl in that house, dude. That's the first time I had my older woman.
Really? How much older?
See, I was 17. I think she was 25 or 26.
Oh, statutory pay!
It was consensual, bro.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
That was a whole party for a year.
I'm sure it was, yeah. While everybody's partying, who's paying the bills?
The owners of the house?
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was grandparents' house. So I think they own the house.
Oh, so the house is free and clear?
Yeah.
Oh, so you just have the utilities.
So
That helps.
and we hung out there. Like a lot of people hung out there. Dude. It was a biker house. You know what I mean? So it was like a clubhouse or whatever. Like when I got kicked out, it was the start of my downfall.
Right.
It's when I got introduced to that drug. Man, it was fun, but fuck. Went downhill from there. Well, I can't say I went downhill because I literally, like, went from selling it to I hope make it.
Damn, you came like Breaking Bad.
Yeah, like one night, see that story, dude? Like half, like I'm gonna say like 10% of it was my story. At least 10% of it, because it started the same exact way.
Yeah, and they're in Darling.
Like it was interesting. And what's crazy is I never meant to like, when I got to 21, I literally just like, I was done partying.
You partied yourself out.
I was done, dude, at 21, bro. I quit drinking. Like, I was done. I moved to Oregon.
No, 21's one of the shit. I was married at 21. Fuck.
Yeah, I moved to Oregon. Yeah, spent a lot, dude. Like, if it wasn't for the whole shit going on here that made me leave, if I didn't have that, I probably still would have been here. But I don't take anything for granted. Like, it's made me who I am today.
Yeah. As long as you learn from your mistakes and, you know, mature from it and everything.
How you
That's
doing,
what life's all
darling?
about, you know.
Oh, Tits is in the background. I didn't even hear the beep.
It's all right. I was listening. I was just like,
How come, you know, you weren't standing up and jumping around and stuff?
that wouldn't have done me any good.
I know, but it would have been funny to see though.
Right. Just getting that morning energy in. What's up, James? Morning, Lisa.
I was a 16, I was a 15 on my head. I was just 16, up in the kitchen, racking up lines till my nose bled. 16.
I was listening to what you were talking about. I was like, yeah, I remember those days.
Like, literally, I partied so much, dude, from 17 to 21, dude.
Yeah.
I did enough partying for like, like 200,000 people. Like, every day was a party, bro.
I remember when it was like life was about that. But then it was like you're saying, 21 come around. I was like, God, I got kids and shit.
I tell you what, though, I like going to frat parties, man. Those were fun.
Well, they look fun, so yeah.
Oh, dude, they were a lot more than what you see in movies.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Oh, yeah. In movies, they can only show so much.
Oh, they don't even tell you parts of what goes on in a frat. That's just their imagination of what goes on in a frat. Frat party. The closest one is Animal House, bro.
Really?
Yes, that's the closest.
Animal House.
Wow. Wow.
Like Van Wilder, you know, when you watch that one, no. That's all imagination. That's all someone writing it down in a book, thinking of what it would have been like for them if they would have went to college. You know what I'm saying? Them frat parties are wild, bro. Like them college students have no shame, bro. Videotaping everything, bro.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Bro, no.
You think about that, and you're like, do I really want my kid to go to college?
Everywhere.
Out in the open?
Out in the open. There's sex going on everywhere. I don't know about now.
Right,
but back then, like, they were trying to get money, you know, they were doing college rules, you know, the fucking porn thing, like, you know.
Well, yeah, Girls Gone Wild and all that.
Dude.
College Girls Gone Wild.
Yo, some of these girls are trying to be famous, bro.
They just want to be rich and they don't care how they get there.
Like, and some of these dudes, bro, like, I'm like, dude, y'all don't know how to fuck, bro. Like, y'all don't know how.
You
Like,
don't know what you're doing. This is your first time. Come here, let me help you, okay?
I'm like, look, she's just laying there.
You're not raising your ass up high enough. God. You got to throw her around a little bit.
You got Miss Chillaxin in the house.
I did a lot of laughing in college parties too, because it was funny, bro. Like, some of the shit that went on, bro. Like, motherfuckers doing pills and lines and shit, dude. Like, that was a big thing back then, dude.
Yeah. Pills.
That Adderall and shit,
Oh, yeah.
bro.
Yeah, that epidemic did start in our early 20s, yeah.
That shit was crazy watching these kids going. I was like, damn. And they drank, bro. Wow. The drinking that went on, you motherfuckers passed out halfway out the fucking door and shit, dude. You got to walk over people and shit. And I never went to college, but I was invited to all these damn parties.
I never went to college either. But like you said, I
got invited.
It's
because what I had in my pockets.
yeah.
That's why I was the guy that sat in the corner, just like this, in a chair in the corner.
See, he just put a good use to being a wallflower and made money off of it.
I did,
right,
bro. I sure fucking did. Our dances were lame, anyways. We wouldn't fucking dance in fucking auditorium that looked like garbage.
Hey, you know what? Out of all of us in the group, you're the only one fucking not dancing. So what the hell are you talking
It
about?
was garbage, dude.
Oh, whatever.
The dances were garbage.
He just didn't know how to dance.
Josh,
hey, I'll admit it. I never. Well, I had gone, but I never danced.
He did a little bit. Did a little bit.
No, I don't think he danced.
Uh-huh.
I don't think he danced till that girl. I forgot her name.
Oh, what's her face? Is that what you call those?
That one girl, that one chick. You
I
know.
might have to talk to Josh because I don't remember. I don't remember her name, but he danced with a girl. I hated those dances. They were garbage.
It's stupid. You always feel like everybody's watching you and shit. It's
So,
just,
because you're in high school, they are watching you.
well, that's the whole thing.
So I didn't start dancing until I was going to Cheryl's dances.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dances at her school, dude, were fucking, dude.
Well, her school atmosphere was totally different than our school atmosphere.
Bro, most of the time I end up in fucking in the guy's bathroom with all the dudes smoking weed in the bathroom.
That
Dude.
part don't sound too bad.
Well, it didn't, and then we'd all be high as fuck, come back out, dude. And we smelled like weed. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it, bro. You knew we smelled.
Trying to act all straight and
You
everything.
can't do. We're in the bathroom, bro.
That's the best hot boxing place in the whole school.
There's like 6 of us in that fucking bathroom passing doobies left and right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and those things, they have the worst ventilations in those old schools.
Yeah.
You go in there like the kids.
Windows. We even somehow managed to get the little windows all the way at the top open. You know what I mean?
It still doesn't matter.
It don't work, dude. Like you just see the smoke, dude, like big old puffs of smoke just going right through those windows, dude. The wind's blowing it up.
You remember how windows?
Yeah, I think we helped them up.
Also, like your friend would put their hands down like
Yeah.
that, and they'd step in the hand, and you raise them up like that.
Yeah, that's how they did it. But yeah, dude, like we come out, it smell like weed. Then I ended up dancing a lot. I'm like, damn, I didn't even know I had these moves.
The weed brings everything together.
That just brought out the brother in me.
Like even Cheryl was like, damn, you're dancing.
Right?
Am I? Look, I was just standing here.
Trying to keep up with my heart rate is what I'm trying to do.
God damn, I didn't even know I had these moves.
Are any of the teachers looking or anything? They're gonna know something's wrong.
Yeah, one dance though, me and her got into a fight before we went. She was crying. She had red eyes and shit. She told me the story, and I was like, God damn, I was an asshole.
You made her cry? Yeah.
I did, dude. Oh man, like I don't even know the story. She just told me, that I made her cry before we went to the dance.
Then you only know her side, right? So
I was like, God dang, I'm an asshole.
Were?
Still am.
she just stopped crying so much. Hell,
Yeah, we-
it worked out great.
We actually, honestly, I think we only had like, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 major fights. And most of it was because of me cheating on her.
Yeah, those will be the ones.
Dude, like I said, dude, I was not a good person when I was younger.
No, yeah.
Well, the kind of person you were depended on the crowd you were hanging out with, too.
You know what? That does make a great
No,
point.
my mentality back then totally changed when I lost everything. And I had to start over. I had no family because my family disowned me. All my friends went their other directions. Right?
Sometimes you have to get lost to get found.
And then I don't know how else to describe it. I wandered. I wandered. And it's funny because from 17 to 21, I still think of it as I wandered until I found my footing. And then I find my footing and I find out I'm getting poisoned.
One foot was in the grave.
It really wasn't my footing. You know,
You just got too comfortable. But
now I found my footing and I'm enjoying it.
nice.
I go watch my nephews win the championship tonight at 2.
Was it just a one game?
Yep.
Nice.
It's a championship game.
Nice.
They won because time expired.
They won because the time expired.
Yeah, and then they went
What
in.
sport are they playing?
They all agreed to do an extra inning, and they still won by 1 point when time expired.
So baseball season's almost over there.
Yeah, no,
Wow.
no. This is they have a lot of tournaments, dude. But this one's like they'll go on after they win this championship. They'll go on to another league.
Same group of boys or same group of the team.
Yeah, they'll go to the next league.
Right on.
Yeah, one of my nephews. I'm hoping I get to see him pitch today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy because the other day when we went, right, I watched a left-hander pitching. Made me fucking like reminisce of pitching, dude. Like, oh man, like I was like, oh god, that brings back a lot. And then he went up to bat, and he switched to right-handed pitching, hitting, and I was like, oh man,
Okay, that's weird.
Then my head started turning because I was like, oh my god, that's me, like watching myself. You know what I mean? I'm like, look at that.
Right.
He literally does what I do. Like,
See, I throw left-handed and catch with my left hand, but I bat left-handed. And it's the way you just described that. If I was to see it the opposite way, as one person doing it, that would throw me off. But seeing a left-handed pitcher,
back then it used to freak out the pitchers. That's why I used to do it. Oh fuck, he switched up to right-handed.
right?
That's why a pitcher in Major League is so valuable. That can switch pitch, because
He can go right or left.
Yep,
Right or left,
I had a right left glove, you know, one that goes
Yeah.
right-handed, one goes left-handed. So I was able to, you know, switch it up when I pitched. But I watched him do exactly what I did at the mound with fucking the like the movement and everything, dude. I was just sitting there just reminiscing, dude. Then I heard the crack of the ball, dude. And everybody was to the left and to the right, so the ball went to the right side. I was like, oh my God.
Did he go foul?
No, everybody was thinking because he was, you know, left-handed, they all were moved over to the left. You know, so when he switched it, nobody had time to change.
Right.
So
Once you get in that batter's box, isn't there some sort of rule, if I remember
You can't
correctly? Yeah, that's your designated box.
So as soon as he fucking switched it up on them, dude, I heard that crack of the ball, and I watched the ball because it literally went like this and curved, right? It looked like it was
Yeah.
going right, but then it curved again and went left. And they all were like,
Nobody knew where to go. That's funny.
I was like, man, just reminds me so much of when I was playing.
Yeah. You ever watch the major leaguers? How they'll have like something in their back pocket. I always wondered what that was, and then I looked it up. What it is the pitchers have like such like the outfielders. If a certain batter steps up to the plate and they're, you know, they usually hit in this direction and in this area, they have the stats of what that is. That way the outfielder can adjust as they need to be able to catch the ball.
See, and that's what I thought like was kind of weird is how they do that with football too. You know, it's on the quarterback's arm or whatnot. I'm like, they have taken this game way too high tech. You know what I mean? It's cool, but I mean, let the players just play. You know, don't give them a heads up.
What do you mean we're out fire?
Greer, the Greer fire that's going on right now, dude. People are being evacuated.
No shit.
Like this.
I think
And
that's
you
the
know
name of the one that I heard about your place.
Yeah, you know what's funny though is, you know, the same insurance company that dropped a lot of people in California dropped a lot of people here in Arizona.
Huh.
Because of the fires?
Yeah, because we're too high in high risk for fires, so they're starting to drop everybody and shit.
You know, we've been high
That's
risk
fucked up.
fire area for the longest time, and they're just now doing that.
Well, it's destroying structures and shit now. So that fire is, and it's eastern. You know, it's out.
Are you looking for east?
It's out that way.
East.
So it's getting bad.
The sad thing is, this is just the beginning of summer, and it's not even. We're actually
Right.
cooler.
Our wind right now is what's destroying that, or not destroying, but it's causing that fire to get bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fueling it. Yeah.
Yep.
It just sucks because a lot of people are having to evacuate their homes. They're going to lose everything. Like, it sucks.
And then you got your companies, your insurance companies are bailing out on you. That would be. There's got to be some sort of change in the law about that. You can't just pick and choose when you're going to insure them.
Well, when you live in the city here in Arizona, there's, the insurance companies can't do anything. We live in the city.
Mhm.
But out there, they can, you know, out in the sticks, they can pick and choose who they want to fucking. See, that's dumb. Be like, oh, it's fire season. Thank you for your fire insurance all winter and spring and fall. And we raked in the millions of dollars that you guys paid, but it's no good right now until you're fucked if your house burns down.
What up, G? No,
Up,
but
G?
we
Gordon.
here we don't have any of those major top insurance companies because they'll drop you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We have, I don't know if it's, I can't remember what insurance company it is, but it's out there. People know about it, but it's a small one. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So we good with our
What's up, Gordon?
insurance. So we switched it from one of those that we had. We had one of those major ones, and then we switched.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want fucking any of that shit. Fuck. They just drop us from our fire insurance. Fuck that.
That's just stupid. I think that if you're signing all sorts of stipulations, they need to. This isn't no matter what.
The insurance company that we went with actually won't take any of it away.
Yeah.
We've paid a certain amount. You know what I mean? So we've already paid that certain amount, so they can't take it away.
Your deductible.
Yeah. Jimmy John's. You should ask the guy if his name's Jimmy. Well, have good lunch there, Andrea.
Jimmy John's, that's what's up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they deliver.
Well, Uber and DoorDash.
I guess everybody delivers now if you call the right person.
Matter of fact, that DoorDash and Uber Eats and all that, they are so popular that the pizza places like Domino's, Pizza Hut, and all them, they don't really have delivery drivers anymore. They just use that.
Just call them. I need you to go here and bring me this.
Yeah, we had 10 groups approve my fucking post.
Right on.
Hell yeah. Where's all the people at, though?
Yeah, under the DoorDash.
Did you hear about the escaped convicts from a New Orleans jail?
I saw something about it, but
No.
11 motherfuckers broke out.
what, did they break out a riot or something?
Oh, no.
Massive story we're covering out of New Orleans, Louisiana. 11 escaped inmates. There is a manhunt underway at this hour. We have a brand new statement in from the Attorney General of Louisiana. She says, quote, someone clearly dropped the ball and there is no excuse for this. I'm in communication with Troop NOLA and the LA State Police, Louisiana State Police Superintendent, Colonel Hodges. It's all hands on deck. The first priority in any escape must be the immediate capture of the inmates in coordination with state and local law enforcement. But that effort cannot come at the expense of timely notification to the public, which is also critical to keeping communities safe. My office will do whatever it takes to determine how this happened and make sure that it won't happen again. I'm calling on a full investigation. This is beyond unacceptable. And once these offenders are back in custody, there must be real accountability. John, this, as we have more brand new information, that they do not have two of those back in custody. We were reporting, per their statement, that they had caught two and put back into jail two of these escaped inmates. They are now issuing a correction from the sheriff's office that only one inmate has been captured. There are 10 still on the run.
Yeah, that fellow was captured in the French Quarter. Had not gone that far. No idea where all of the other inmates went, if they stayed in the city or if they're trying to get out of the city. I mean, there's lots of places to hide in Louisiana. There's no question about that. But full-scale press, manhunt underway to try to get these inmates back because, as you pointed out, Sandra, some of them are very dangerous. We don't know if they've managed to arm themselves since their escape, but you can bet given what they were in jail for, that they are people that you don't want to encounter.
Okay, so a little more information here from the sheriff's office on the one captured inmate, Kendall Miles, currently back in custody. He's being rebooked at the facility for a new charge of what they're calling simple escape. The deputies found him hiding underneath a car at a local hotel on Royal Street. He was in a parking garage at the hotel, John. He was then transported back to the jail by the Louisiana State Police. The remaining individuals are still being actively pursued, and our deputies, in collaboration with local and state law enforcement, are working tirelessly to locate and return them to custody. The sheriff's office also says there will be a briefing top of the hour, about 16 minutes from now, in front of the Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office. That obviously will be a moment where we hope to get more information on the search for these inmates, John.
Crazy, right?
Damn.
11 fuckers out there on their own.
10.
Once, well, 10 now, yeah. But, huh.
And it's like they just left the door open for him to escape, dude.
Oh, if you're gonna leave it open, someone's gonna walk through it, you know.
Like that's why there's an investigation going on now and shit, dude. Like
Someone left it.
Yeah.
Someone screwed up real bad.
Was it on purpose? Were they trying to get somebody out, or and just the 10 motherfuckers went with him, or what?
Yeah, the only ones that are really
So you got to think about it, dude. There was somebody that wanted to help one inmate escape, but accidentally let 10 go along with him.
Probably a food distributor that didn't shut his door after bringing his pallets of food in, or his dollies.
I know sometimes you go to like prisons to visit people and you'll see like one inmate chilling on the outside. He'll be guarded, but he'll just be chilling outside by himself and everything. Those are called trustees.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones that they trust to be out there because they only have like 3 to 6 months left on their sentence. And so they're like, they put in good behavior and they're about to get out. And if they do leave, then they're back in for like several more years. And be like, well, you know what? I can either run and get all these years, or I can just wait my 3 to 6 and be out free.
They're also called rats, Dave. They get your privileges by freaking ratting people out.
Not outside the prison.
No, I'm saying inside. That's why they get their fucking.
My key words, I said outside the prison.
Yeah. Oh, they can go outside. They have special like opportunity privileges, I guess I should say.
Mm-hmm.
But like when you're in your cell and they're walking around 24/7, they usually got like they usually wear a different colored uniform, at least in county jail here. And they walk past and they smile at you as you're just sitting there on your bunk, like they know they're the fucking shit. It's like, fuck you, I wouldn't want. And they get like unlimited phone time because you're all locked up.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is their doors are always open when everyone else's are closed.
Yeah.
Dude, I always was like, why is the fucking door open? This motherfucker's walking past every bunk.
You're yelling, he's out. He's out. You forgot to shut his fucking door. It's usually the guard bitch. Hey, this guy up here on the second level, number 23, needs a roll of toilet paper. Yes, sir.
Hey, screw.
You didn't do anything. Well, you got Baseball game at 2. Huh? Anything else exciting going for you?
I think we're going to Sam's Club.
Nice.
Yeah, because the Sam's Club had an emergency yesterday.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Dude, look, this was what loonies look like. I'm right there. But look at the crowd, bro.
Damn. Oh, yeah.
That was a massive, massive event, bro.
I know. Trust me.
But, bro, you could have parked across the street and walked in. That's what people were doing. They were parking across the street. Yeah, if you saw all the cars across the street and shit parked, yeah.
I thought that was for something else.
No, that was for that event.
Oh. I wasn't trying
Yeah,
to
because when I was leaving, I saw all these cars out there. I'm like, damn, dude, I should have parked out there. I would not have paid $20.
I was just worried about parking somewhere I wasn't supposed to and walking away and either getting a ticket or my car towed.
Oh, dude, people were parked out there, man. It was pretty packed, dude. After the Loonies played, I was trying to get out of that crowd, dude. I'm squished up against the fucking front.
Had to work your way all the way up.
Well, I had to work my way to the stage, the side of the stage, because Yuck saw me. So because like I tell everybody, dude, I used to live upstairs from him when I was younger, upstairs from him. So, I knew him as youngsters when we lived in California, so he saw me and I was trying to get out. It took me like 5-10 minutes to get out of there, dude. Yeah, I smoked a blunt with him and left. Told him to call me when he was next time in town, and we'll go and have dinner and shit.
Right.
Because we're actually friends and not fucking, just like a fan that knows him very well.
Right.
His grandma was fucking great to me before she passed.
So you actually know him personally, not just fan wise.
Yeah, well, the whole, the I Got 5 on It thing, dude, was done with a kid's piano.
No shit.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that the little
that's colored and you like a xylophone or something?
Yeah, like watch, listen to the song, dude. Watch. If you listen. You hear it?
Yeah.
that like chime.
That reminds me of like it's a colored thing and you had a little wooden handle.
Yeah.
Piano.
Like xylophone or something.
Yeah, a little xylophone playing with the little things.
Wooden stick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's fucking trippy to think about, bro. Well, they also did a part about you in this song too.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yep.
You know, sometimes that's how producers find pieces to their beats to fit in. They'll just hear a noise
Well, yeah. I mean, well, that's crazy.
and they'll record that noise and fit it in.
Just sitting there dinging away on a xylophone. You know what? If we put some bass to that, that would fucking sound
Yeah, a lot of
badass.
people don't realize that, dude. Like, it's literally done with a kid's piano or kid's thing, kid's toy.
Yeah.
And it's 4 notes. It's 4 keys.
That's funny as hell.
Yep. I remember the day the song came out. Because they worked on that song for years.
Did they?
Yeah, dude, it actually came out before this version came out. There was another version to it that came out.
I know there was. It was before I met my wife, I think, even. So I had to have been like 16, maybe 15. First time I heard it came out was that they had the J.O.B. song on the same CD.
Yep.
So that's crazy.
Because you got asthma. Because I know the weed in my system is getting low. Because I just smoked major weed, bro. Rolling up a fatty. But yeah. Like, I tell people that story and they're like, no, it's not. And I sit there and I'm like, listen to it. I'm like, if it wasn't for that kid's toy, there'd be no song. No, this would have never been as big as it was, dude.
Right.
To this day, that beat still
Yeah.
is like one of my all-time favorite
And
beats.
the other version that they did before this, I Got 5 on, there's another version out there. It didn't have that, and the beat was different.
Oh, really?
It was way different. And then they hooked up with this producer, and they were sitting there, I can't remember. I don't think it was Yuck. I think it was Numb that had the kid. And the kid was playing with the toy. And the kid hit those certain keys, and that producer heard it and was like, hold up. Yeah.
Sometimes that's all it is right there. They just hear it and they're like, hey, wait a minute. Yeah.
That's the stupidest Christmas present you ever got your kid, right?
Yeah. And now, and then the producer came out with the beat to go along with the song, and he was like, I know the perfect song for that. And he pulled up their verses from I Got 5 on, the original, and put it on there. And that's how the song was created. And then they went into the booth and recreated it with that beat.
Right. That's pretty crazy.
And there's 2 verses in there that they do that were brand new, that weren't in the original. So, yeah, it was cool seeing him again. I wish I would have had more time to hang out with him, but I was like, bro, I'm not driving on the freeway at night.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the 101, which is right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you pull out and it's right there. Yeah. Like, I don't take the 101 at night.
You should try and look him up or something. Well, I don't know. I mean,
I'm not trying to die from that dream I had, dude. Like, yeah.
oh yeah, that highway. Yeah.
On the 101 at night, I'm not doing it.
Anything to avoid.
It's funny, if we have to, I'm always like, Cheryl, you can drive.
And I can blame it on you in the afterlife.
Well, no, because the dream has me driving.
So you're trying to change fate, is what you're saying. I got you.
Hey, you know, Terminator. You know, you can
I've
learn from
avoided the freeway at night. So
it. You know what really sucks about that? That in Terminator they tried to avoid Judgment Day by changing it up, but yet Judgment Day was inevitable. So in other words, you're gonna die. You just don't want to die.
Yeah, but then you could go into the Final Destination thing too, in theory, and start thinking.
well, my thing is I go to work in the morning. It's dark. I used to take the freeway. You know what I mean? My
Yeah.
dream just happens to happen on that freeway at night. So now I don't do that. I take the streets.
I don't
And
blame
it's
you.
very dark down one street that I take. Okay, very, very dark.
Oh yeah, that's hardly any streetlights on that.
Pinnacle Peak is dark.
Yeah.
Okay, very, very dark. And it's up and downs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah. And I swear, every time I'm driving down that motherfucker, I'm seeing these fucking crazy looking animals crossing the fucking street.
Just
like,
out in the middle of nowhere.
What the fuck is that?
Is that a fucking lemur?
But all right, everybody, much love and respects. I will see you guys later on this afternoon because it's still morning over here. Peace out, y'all. That's Hot Box World, y'all, and see y'all later.
Love you out there.
Marijuana clouds, a whole lot of smoke. And if you gotta know, I'm smoking daily.